Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be going through and ranking the top 10 best attainable centers in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Like I have said with my other attainable players position lists, by attainable, I'm generally saying non-100 overall, and unbelievably expensive card. Like, these guys are all, I mean, some of them are pretty expensive. Don't get to us. There are a couple guys on this list that are going to cost you 600,000 or 700,000 MT max, maybe a little bit less than that. But I think it's a pretty reasonable list, in all honesty, that we've put together here. And these guys are all at least somewhat reasonably attainable. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. And at number 10, we have Roy Hibbert, who I actually like. I think this Hibbert card's pretty good. He's 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. So he's got incredible size. He does have a dynamic duo with Jeff Green as well, which makes him a little bit better, which is nice as well. So if you want to use that duo, you could, because it's actually not a bad dynamic duo. But he's got 86 speed, 87 three ball, awesome defender with good size, again, good athletic ability, great dunker. The only thing he does not have is a good jump shot. I'm not going to sit here and lie like it's even decent. It's just not. He does not have a good shot. Is that a big enough issue for him to not be a top 10 attainable center? In my opinion, not quite. I still think his size, defense, rebounding, finishing, all that type of stuff is still valuable enough to put him on the top of this, to put him on the bottom of this list. And I like the value he provides, so I don't mind that as a placement at number 10. Number 9 is going to be Dark Matter Bull. Look, he's got great size, but his player build's a little bit on the more frail side, especially for somebody that size. He's got speed, he's got the stats and badges all the way around, but he doesn't move at all. I mean, Jalen Green dribble style and nothing else to go with. The jumper itself is also not that great. He is not a spectacular or a special card by any means, although again, I don't think he's a bad card either. So I don't have any issues at all with him at number 9. I just animation wise don't find him special. So that's why he's only at number 9 in my personal opinion. Number 8 is David Robinson, who has the speed, kind of has the size, 7'1", 7'5" wingspan. Jumper could be a little better, and he doesn't have as big of a player build or as impactful player build as a couple of the next couple cards that are on this list that are also 7'1", which is why he's only here at number 8. I do like the value that this card can provide, but in my personal opinion, I think it's reasonable to put him at number 8 just because he does sometimes feel a little bit undersized at his position. And in all honesty, as good of a card as he has the ability to be, I don't think his jumper's special. It's not bad. I like it more than a lot of jumpers, in all honesty. I think a lot of people don't like D-Rob's jumper. I don't totally understand that. It does get a lot of load ups, but when it's not getting a load up, I think it's just fine. I like the card, like, no doubt about it. I think he's a very good card. At the same time, I think number 8 is probably the right spot for him with his size at this position. Number 7 is going to be Alex Sarr. The honest truth is he just feels bigger than David Robinson defensively. 7'1" with 7'4" wingspan. I know he's got the same height and actually a shorter wingspan, but just feels a little more impactful, a little bit more glitchy on the defensive end of the court. Now, the speed is not as good, which does hurt him laterally, but I personally still prefer this card. I think overall he is better. They move about the same. Jump shots are pretty similar. D-Rob has the speed advantage. In my opinion, Sarr has the animation advantage, just personally. So I think Sarr at number 7 is what I want to do. And that means Chet is going to come in at number 6. Obviously, I find Chet and Sarr, I've talked about this before, as basically pretty much the same cards. Chet and Sarr are both 7'1" with 7'4", 7'6" wingspan. Chet's wingspan's a little better. He's 1 speed faster. I think I'm just more comfortable with his animations than I am with Sarr because I've used this card a lot. I really think him and Sarr are pretty much the same card. Neither of them are great shot creators off the dribble. Neither of them are elite level, incredible shot makers, but they have smooth, good jumpers and they're going to shoot the ball well. They're both very impactful, very good defenders who get great defensive animations and feel taller than their listed height. I think they're very similar cards, and I think they provide the same pretty much thing on the court. So I think Chet is, for me, just a little bit better, but I have him at number 6. Number 5 is going to be a bit of a jump up, and I'm going with Donovan Clingan, who I love. Feels like a very similar card to Hibbert in terms of a giant big who's got good defensive versatility and a good finisher, but he's also a much better shooter than Hibbert is. Similar 3-ball rating, but he has a much smoother release and better shooting badges. I think he is a stud. I just think he's a really good version of Hibbert, in all honesty. A very valuable card with a very useful skill set, and I am a big fan of him as a card. So in my opinion, I think Donovan Clingan is a really good option, and having him at number 5 feels like the right spot for him. So we're going to have Klingon at number 5. Number 4 is going to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Same height as Klingon, not as impactful of a shooter, but he's got 96 speed, 98 standing and driving dunk, just better all around stats and badges. Still a pretty good shooter. Klingon does have the faster jumper, 100%, and a higher 3-ball rating, but at the same time, I prefer Kareem. I think Kareem at the number 4 spot versus Klingon at the number 5 is probably right. If you wanted to flip these two, I wouldn't be mad at you, but the plus 10 speed on Kareem, in my opinion, makes a difference athletically. So I think he is going to be number 4 on this list. Number 3 is going to be Mark Eaton, who I really like. Currently my starting center. I think he's great. 7'4" and a very, very bulky big player build. Very, very impactful on that end of the court. 93 ball, 95 standing, 90 driving dunk, 98 interior, 99 block, good perimeter defender. 84 speed isn't insane, but again, he's 7'4" with a massive player build. So I'm really not all that concerned about it at the end of the day, to be totally honest. Still really like what the card provides. I think he is very, very good. And just dominant on the inside in a way that very few cards in the game can be, while still having a good shot, still having enough speed, still having enough versatility. I think him at number 4 is totally, or sorry, number 3 is totally right. Number 2 is going to be Victor Wembanyama, the most expensive card in this list. I get he's still expensive. I would consider him somewhat attainable at this point, though. He's not as ridiculously expensive as he used to be. He's under $1 million MT. I mean, it depends on the day, but I think right now he's going for about, I mean, there's one ending in 7 minutes, actually, as I look at it. It's only at 428K, so he's even cheaper than I thought. You can get this card for 500K MT. 100%. That's a very reasonable price for him. For all the things that he can provide, 85 speed, 93 ball, glitchy, hard to contest jump shot, 95 standing dunk, 97 interior, 98 block. I mean, jumper is basically like we've talked about before. It's very, very tough to contest. The size makes him very valuable defensively, similar to Eden, that mid-80s speed. Now, Eden, I think, is a little more physical in terms of player build, going to get a little bit more dominant interior animations probably, but not by a ridiculous amount. I do think Wemby's probably the better card. I sold my Wemby and bought Eden because I thought Eden for half the price of Wemby was a really good deal. Looks like Wemby's price has gone a little bit closer to Eden's. I would prefer if you could buy both of them. I think I would rather have Wemby than Eden, so I have him at the number 2 spot on this list. And then at number 1 is going to be, easily in my opinion, Dikembe Mutombo. He's basically Kareem with a dominant jump shot. Elite size, elite defender, very solid speed. 91 speed is very, very good. Dominant defender, dominant finisher, and very, very great shooter as well. He's basically a 15 higher 3-ball Kareem with a much better jump shot. I mean, he's an absolute dog. Shot is one of the best of any card in the game, let alone center. Rush dribble styles and KD escape is actually pretty nice for a center as well. Like, I really like this card, and I think putting him at the number 1 spot is kind of a no-brainer. When I made this list, I put Dikembe 1, Wemby 2, Eden for 3, and I knew though that was gonna be my top 3 immediately. After that, it's a little more opinion based, but I think this is a pretty accurate list in my personal opinion. So you may not agree with my rankings, but let me know what y'all think of the video in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.